when we did our study in August last year, we had a net present value of 900 million at 3,200. We've increased the resource, we've added underground, and the current Australian dollar price is 4,300. So you can see the NPV itself is a value of the deposit will be much, much higher.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Magnetic Resources Managing Director, George Sakalidis. George, very good to meet you. For viewers not familiar with the company, could you tell us more about Magnetic Resources?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. Well, Magnetic listed in 2007. In the last 5 years, it's been drilling out the gold project at Laverton, West Australia, very successfully. We've outlined 1.9 million ounces, but the average grade is very high, about 1.9 grams per tonne. The main deposit, Lady Julie North 4, is 1.6 million ounces at 2 grams per tonne. So the principal deposit has the main ounces, but it's a very promising project. It looks like it's going to get bigger and bigger, and a lot of interest created. It's probably one of the best discoveries in the last 5 years in West Australia.
So George, you actually announced the results of some infill drilling last week, and that was for Lady Julie North 4. Are you continuing with infill drilling? Do you think you'll extend the resource even further?
Yeah, we've done a fair bit of infill. We're going to be doing extensional drilling now to ascertain whether it goes deeper than 800 metres vertically. And if it does, it'll certainly add a lot of ounces.
So at the moment, you're looking at 3 open pits and also a CIL processing plant, but you're also examining the opportunity for underground operations. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Look, in the last 6 months, on the northern end of Lady Julie North 4, when we first started drilling, it went down to about 300 metres depth. Currently, we've drilled it down to 1 kilometre down dip, and it's still going. So it's a tremendous increase in resource, and that is the main game, to see how far this goes. In our feasibility study, which is coming out in the first quarter, we will be definitely including an underground with the open cut.
George, next steps, you're submitting your mining plans and mining proposals. That'll all go to DEMIRS. What are the next steps for the project as you prepare for that feasibility study?
Well, the feasibility study is the main thing at the moment. We're also drilling with very deep holes to see whether it can increase it. The feasibility study itself will allow us to get our mining leases granted, and at the same time we are trying to get our native title agreements granted as well. So that's the main game. Takes a bit of time to get those things done, but there are a lot of different studies being done concurrently to try to finish that feasibility work.
You mentioned the high grade of the gold that you have discovered, and clearly with the gold price, a US dollar gold price of $2,700 and an Australian gold price of $4,300, this must make the economics of the project look very attractive.
Oh, the economics of this project are unbelievably good. I mean, we haven't put the numbers out. We're still doing them, but when we did our study in August last year, we had a net present value of 900 million at 3,200. We've increased the resource, we've added underground, and the current Australian dollar price is 4,300. So you can see the NPV itself is a value of the deposit will be much, much higher. Given our market cap is around 300 million, we're way below the NPV that we expect to be coming in.
George, briefly, the investment case for Magnetic Resources?
Oh, the strong upside, as we just described. Secondly, the M&A is very, very interesting. There's 2 companies next door which have much less than full capacity. Good opportunities there, and there's a number of other companies that are talking to us. We do have a data room open for those companies. We're also talking to banks if we decide to go standalone. So a lot of interest in this project, mainly because of the fantastic economics.
Well, George, I hope you'll keep us updated on any progress. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thanks again, Stephen. It's good to catch up. Thank you.
That's George Sakalidis. He's Managing Director of Magnetic Resources.